Hello, Patterson's Apothecary. How can I help you? Yes, we are open, even with all the construction. Yes, the road closed sign to our west will be there for a long time because of the hospital expansion. But you can get to us from the east on Liberty Street or from the north on Lafayette Street. We're here from 10 to 5:30 Monday through Friday, except for lunch from 12:30 to 1:30. And you can still drive through or walk into Patterson's Apothecary for your prescriptions. Okay, thanks for calling.
The Citizens National Bank takes great pride in introducing new products and services, like our new Instant Issue debit cards. 17 new designs are now available with Instant Issue. The Tiger Stripe card is my favorite. Go Tigers! Pick your favorite design and get your debit card the very same day. Learn more about Instant Issue debit cards at our branch in downtown Clay Center. This has been Casey Bloom with the Citizens National Bank.
A familiar face and a friendly smile. The Citizens National Bank.
Member FDIC.
To the top of two we go. No score through that first frame. Lady Tigers did threaten, got runners second and third, but Taylor Ball hit a line shot to center, but the center fielder hardly had to make a move to come up with the catch, and so Clay Center comes up empty. Panthers will lead it off with Kelsey Kern here in the top half of the second. Had a batter reach in the first, a single by Tegan Larson. Pop fly to left, short left center field. But she was stranded at third by Mall, who struck out the final two batters she faced in the first. Here's the pitch to Kern. In for a strike, 0-1. Kern struck out and grounded out in the first game. The 0-1 from Mall. Line drive left field just over the outstretched glove of Megan Blake, and it's run down by Musselman and throws a strike to second base to hold the runner there at first. So Kern's on with a single. And that puts to the plate Allison Poor. Poor will step in. She struck out twice looking in game one against Megan Blake. Darian Holt, the catcher for the Lady Tigers. Mall looks in and now brings in a swinging strike. It's 0-1. No balls in a strike. Top half of two. No score as of yet for the Lady Tigers. Concordia Panthers. Tiger baseball in between games. Oh, they are just getting underway in that second game of the doubleheader, so we'll be checking in with Phil here shortly. There's a bunt, popped foul up in the air, but no chance for anyone to get to. Both Blake and Holt took a run at it, but the pop-up bunt goes up against the base of the wall on the left side. So they are underway in game two at Campbell Field. Senior night for both these Clay Center teams. And then regional competition will begin, the championships on Tuesday, May 16th. Pitch up and away with two strike counts against Poor. Runner at first with nobody out for Concordia. Top half of the second as Mall rocks and brings the 1-2 home. And popped up on the infield, Wright Frederick underneath of it, and there's one away. Runner has to stay at first as Wright Frederick makes the catch on the pop-out. So there's one down, and that will bring up Elena Hansen. Hansen bats from the right side. Runner at first, and again, one away. Popped straight back, 0-1. Hansen struck out looking and grounded back to Megan Blake, the pitcher in the first game. Taylor Ball in the circle game two as an 0-1 count on the batter, Elena Hansen. And one down with the runner on. Line drive toward the shortstop. Wright Frederick can't come up with it. Picked up by Musselman in left field, so runners at first and second. Kind of a short hop backhand. Wright Frederick did the right thing, tried to catch it in the air, but in doing so allowed the ball to get by once it was out of her reach. So there would have been likely no play had she come up with it off the hop and was unable to get to it with the catch in the air. Runners at first and second. One down. And the leadoff hitter taking direction. This is Haley Budke that's at the plate. 8-hitter in the lineup. Here's the pitch from Mall to Budke. And it's blown away after a first pitch strike. It's now 1 ball, 1 strike. Top of the second, runners at first and second base for Concordia. No score as of yet, 1 down here in the second. Budke looks at Mall, pitch and swinging, foul tip, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner started to make a break for second when the ball got away from Jerry Ann Holt behind the plate, but that ball had been foul tipped. So a dead ball situation. Runners stay at first and second. And Budke looks at a 1-2 coming from Mall. This one up high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the Tigers seniors all starting here in this second game. Sam Carson started in center. She is batting, had to come out after an injury in the top half of the first. Not playing the field now, but still batting. There's a pop fly left and out of play on the third base side. So Sam in center field, and you have Allie Wright Frederick playing shortstop, Megan Blake right beside her at third. Michaela Musselman out in left field. We mentioned Taylor Mall pitching. Emily Lineweber out in right field for the Lady Tigers, all getting the start here this game. 6 seniors on the team. Count goes full, 3-2 now against the batter, Haley Budke. With Taylor Mall with runners at first and second and 1 down, had the count in her favor, and now it's gone full 3-2 with 1 away. And the pitch home. Swing and a miss at 1 in the dirt. Scooped by Holt. That is strike 3, and there's 2 down. So great dig by Jerry Ann Holt behind the plate. The strikeout by the senior Ball, and runner still at first and second now with 2 away. And once again, Mall will try to work around runners on the bases. She was able to do so in the top of the first. As Carly Barleen steps in for Concordia, the number 9 hitter, and takes the ball up top. Runner got to third in the first inning, and Mall worked around it with 2 straight strikeouts. Now with 2 down, runners at first and second in the top of the second inning. And she's fallen behind at a count 2-0 to Barleen. Top of the order, Larson, been a dangerous hitter against the Lady Tigers today. She stands in the on-deck circle with 2 down, a 2-0 count, and 2 runners on in the second. Pitch on the inside corner, strike 1, that's 2-1. So Deuce is wild, top of 2, 2 on, 2 down, 2 balls and a strike. Mall looks in, the 2-1 pitch. Right down the gut, strike 2. That's 2 balls, 2 strikes now, so 2's everywhere. Runners will go with contact with 2 down. Mall set to work, and the 2-2 comes home. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Ball gets loose. They'll throw to first. Holt throws a strike to Hannah Ferguson, and that ends the inning. So Concordia threatens for a second time, but the Lady Tigers get it done. We're headed to the bottom of 2 with the Lady Tigers no score. Let's head over to Campbell Field and check in with Tiger Baseball.
All right, thanks, Rock. Bottom of 1 here. Tigers just up to bat. Nate Leiby standing in now. Billy Bouchard on the mound for the Panthers. Nate Leiby ahead in the count, 3-1. 3-1 pitch on the way to Leiby. That is fouled away down the right side of the field. Will Rosenau, freshman, on the mound for the Tigers. 3 up, 3 down, 2 strikeouts and a flyout to the shortstop, Cade Wallace. 3-2 pitch now to Leiby from Bouchard. That is driven down to shortstop. Slow roller. Play at first and just got Nate Leiby by about a half a step. So Leiby grounds out for out number 1. Bottom of 1, no score. Tigers up to bat. Let's take you back to Rocky Downing.
All right, Flip, we appreciate it. We'll continue to keep you posted on what's happening with Tiger Baseball here. The Lady Tigers, who won game 1, 12-1, now getting set to bat in their half of the second inning. Concordia getting their final warm-up tosses in before we head to this bottom of 2. It will be Hannah Ferguson leading it off for the Lady Tigers. Hannah singled her last time up in the first game. Part of closing that game down for Clay Center. She helped knock in a run in the fourth. Her lone hit in that game. She'll be followed by Gabby Nelms and Emily Lineweber, and if someone reaches, Michaela Musselman. So Ferguson stands in on the right side, and Lakin Schrader gets set to throw it from the circle. Bottom of 2, no score. Pitch on the way home. In for a strike, 0-1. Panther defense shaded maybe a touch to left field, but that wind kind of helping it move left once it gets up in the air. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and it takes a big hack at it, comes up empty, maybe just a tip of the pitch, and it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. First batter, leadoff hitter in the bottom of 2, Hannah Ferguson. Here's a pitch home, 0-2. And a swing and a miss at a changeup. And that'll be 1 down, and Gabby Nelms to the plate. Nelms had a big first game, 2 for 3, scored a run, and a inside-the-park homer. I mean, she smashed one to right field. There's a pop-up on the infield this time. Tried to go the opposite way, it almost looked like, and slap it, and then it pops up to the shortstop Tifo, and there's too quickly out. That shot by Nelms in the first game into the teeth of the wind in right field, and it just bore through it. Here's Emily Lineweber at the plate now from the right side, right fielder in the second game for Clay Center. Mentioned the conversation with Coach Don Richter I had earlier, and he said 4 years Emily has just worked and gotten better each and every year, and now getting a chance to start here at the varsity level. Swings at the second offering, 0-2. Lineweber from the right side of the plate, the 0-2 pitch from Schrader. And foul tip got by the catcher who hangs on to it, and that'll end the inning. So a quick 3-up, 3-down inning for Concordia on defense. We're headed to the top of 3. No score here at the Tiger softball. Let's head over again to Phil Casper and Tiger baseball.
All right, Rock, thanks. Headed to the top of the second, in between innings now. That inning for the Tigers. A ground out from Nate Libby, fly out from Evan Rosenau, and then Brigham Glaves goes down looking for the first strikeout for Billy Bouchard. Coming up for Concordia, Brent Beaumont, Dylan Reed, and Tyler Stuka were scoreless. Top of 2, Concordia coming up to bat.
Take a 30-second timeout. Concordia about to come to the plate here at softball as well. We're back after this.
Spring is here, and the weeds are taking the field. They're throwing everything they've got your way. Weed after weed. Lucky for you can depend on your cleanup hitter at Wilbur Ellis Reed Seed and Feed. We have multiple options for weed control in your spring crops, and our powerful hits will knock those weeds right out of the field and clean up those bases. Hit your home run with the help of your teammates at Wilbur Ellis Reed Seed and Feed and win the game against weeds.
Top of the third we had here in softball action. It will be the top of the order as well coming up for the Lady Panthers of Concordia as Tegan Larson leads it off. And she has been a thorn in the side of Clay Center today. She singled in the first of this one as the pitch is up and away on the first pitch from Taylor Mall. She also had 2 singles in the opening game against Megan Blake. Ball, first pitch, up and outside, so 1-0. And now the pitch home again. Ground ball, third base side, fielded by Blake, fires to first. Ferguson the stretch, and there's one away. And that will bring up Natalie Vines. Vines grounded to Wright Frederick at shortstop her first time in. 1 down, nobody on. Quick moving game in the second one with no runs coming across yet. Concordia just had a 3-up, 3-down inning against Clay Center, and now the Lady Tigers will try to return the favor here in the top of 3. 1 down quickly, Larson, and now Vines works against Mall, ground ball, shortstop again. Wright Frederick has it. Fires on the move and throws a strike to Ferguson. There's 2 down. Ball was hit slowly enough that Allie had to really come charge it, which she did. As she scooped, just kept running toward home plate, threw across her body, and right on the money to Hannah Ferguson. There's 2 down. And Lakin Schrader, who struck out swinging her first time in, pops one, third base side, up and out of play, and it's 0-1. The Tigers have seen Concordia get base runners on the first 2 innings, but Taylor Mall and her defense have worked around it nicely. Now with nobody on and 2 down, maybe one of those more routine innings they can put together. This pitch way up high, just a late release by Mall. The count 1-1. Schrader from the right side of the plate steps in. Ball set to bring it, and the 1-1 pitch home. Swing and may have been foul tipped right into the glove of Jerry Ann Holt, catching the second game. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. So 1-2 the count as Ball looks to bring it with 2 down and nobody on. And this one up high. Taylor with 2 strikeouts in the game thus far. She can ring up the third one. The Lady Tigers can try to ring up the bats in their half of the third. Here's the 2-2. Just inside, maybe a touch low, and the count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So after 2 quick ground outs, now the count's gone full against the number 3 hitter, Lakin Schrader. Taylor Mall, payoff pitch on its way. Pops straight back and right at us in the press box, and the count stays 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Again, nobody aboard here in this top half of the third for Concordia with 2 down. No score through now 2 2/3. Ball set to work. The 3-2 delivery is up high, ball 4, and that will bring up Adley Tifo. So a free pass by Mall. It's her first walk of the game. She's given up a couple of singles. So a runner on at first with now 2 down. And the batter Tifo, who struck out swinging back in the first to end the inning. Pop up behind home plate and back and up and out of play. Holt with a good pop up out of the catcher's stance to get back to the netting, but it was well beyond her reach, up and over the backstop. 2 down, 1 aboard. We're in the top of 3. No score here for the Tiger softball team. They won game 1, 12-1. Here's the pitch home. This one low and inside. Runner going. The throw down from Holt. Wright Frederick will have it, but the runner goes in standing. That ball was down to the dirt. Gary Ann Holt did a good job to come up with it and look for a throw down to second, but no chance to get the runner. Schrader's in there safely. 1 ball, 1 strike, I believe the count, with 2 down and a runner at second base now for Mall. The pitch, ground ball, third base side. Good scoop by Blake to throw to first, and that will retire the side. So we're through 2.5, no score. Lady Tigers coming to the plate in the moment right now, though. Let's check in with the Tigers over Campbell Field.
All right, thanks, Rock. Garrett Lawrence steps in, DH for Concordia. 1 on, 2 outs. Pitch from Rosenau, low and away. He has 2 straight strikeouts. 4 now for the freshman in 2 innings. 2 down, 1 on, no score. We're in the top of the second. Pitch from Rosenau, 1-0 is in the dirt. No, they'll call it a strike. So counts 1-1. In both these home plate umpires have had pretty wide strike zones, and they've been very, very consistent on it. Slow, big curve from Rosenau, strike 2. 1-2 count now for Will Rosenau. He did hit the first batter this inning, sent him to first. And then 2 straight strikeouts and now 1-2 count to Lawrence. Pitch on the way, high fly ball. That's going to be a play for the third baseman. Moon camps out under it, and that is out, number 3. So 4 strikeouts, no hit for Will Rosenau. Midway through the second, Tigers coming up to bat. Wyatt Alexander, Dylan Swihart, and Kelby Wishman. Let's get you back to Rocky Downing.
All right, Flip, good work there by Will and the Tigers. See if they can get some bats going after a tough 2-1 Game 1 loss. Lady Tigers won their first game I guess 11-1 would be the official final on that, because when the run came across to make it 10 runs in the fifth, that would end the game. But good performance by the Lady Tigers, get that victory. Now Michaela Musselman leads it off in the bottom of the third, scoreless through the first 2.5. Trader set to work. The pitch in to the left-handed Musselman, and the pitch is outside 1-0. Musselman, Carson, Wright, Frederick due up for Clay Center at this inning. And the pitch low and away. It looks like we'll have Janae Shivers batting for Clay Center in place of Carson, just to protect her. Gave her an at-bat after the senior festivities. Musselman takes it up high, and she's way up in the count now, 3-0. Schrader takes a look around her infield, and now back inside the circle. Musselman will wave the bat as if to bunt, trying to get ball 4, and does. She's headed to first. So Michaela is on, drawing the walk to lead it off here in the third. And Janae Shivers will come up now for the Lady Tigers to bat in the place of Sam Carson. Wright Frederick is on deck. Regionals a week from tomorrow. 2 doubleheaders still to play this week. So if Sam can get back and healthy, main mission now would be to have her and the rest of this team ready to go a week from tomorrow. They host those regionals here in Clay Center. Tiger baseball heads to Smoky Valley. Shivers squares to bunt. Now they throw behind Musselman at first. She's back in, standing up. The ball actually gets away momentarily from the first baseman. So again, Shivers in, squared to bunt, pulled it back. 2-0 the count now in her favor. She will square it again, takes it up and inside. It's 3 balls, no strikes. So they're looking to sacrifice the runner over to second, but Janae has done a good job. The pitch, as she squares, seeing it go out of the zone, just letting it go by. And after first batter walk, a second batter walk, this one went well high, and Shivers down to first, Musselman to second. 2 straight walks to lead off the inning, and now we may have a visit to the circle by Concordia. We will. Give us a chance to check in again and see if the Tiger offense has got it going. Here's Phil Casper.
Well, they are putting the bat on the ball. Wyatt Alexander with a sharply hit ball to shortstop, but Cole Larson playing shortstop and just as good a gun from short as he has from the mound. Now Dylan Swihart stands in, and he'll watch ball 1 go by. So 1 out. We're in the bottom of the second. There is no score. Dylan Swihart at bat for the Tigers. We'll take you back to Clay Center, Lady Tigers softball.
All right, flip. Allie Wright Frederick into the batter's box here for the Lady Tigers. Runners at first and second. Nobody out. Bottom of 3. No score. As Schrader looks in. And the pitch is up and inside. And Blake and Schrader right now just having a tough time to find the strike zone. Has walked 2 straight. That pitch well up and high. Coach Metro coming out trying to talk with his pitcher. There's a off-speed pitch that is in for a strike to Wright Frederick. And now the Lady Tigers will go to work as Allie looks down to Coach Don Rector for the signal. Runners, of course, doing the same at first and second. Bunt is down first base side. This will be a tough play. They will step and throw. It's into right field. Infield single for Wright Frederick. Around third will come Shivers, and she will score it standing up. Musselman had come across already, and Wright Frederick down to second base. So Allie put a perfect bunt down the first base line. She had it beat out, and then the throw goes into right field. Just kind of skidded out into the short right field grass. Musselman scoring easily. Janae Shivers rounding third as the throw went over. The third baseman's head in and came in to score. They didn't make a throw home, but she was in easily. And Wright Frederick down to second base. So the Lady Tigers have a 2-0 lead now. And the batter is Megan Blake. So Wright Frederick to second. Shivers and Musselman both scoring. First runs of the second game. Blake, line shot hard right off the facing of the third base dugout, the Lady Tiger dugout. And the count evens at 1 ball, 1 strike. Wright Frederick at second base, nobody down with 2 runs across, and Megan Blake waits the 1-1. Off speed, stays up high, 2 balls and a strike. Haley Franson waits on deck. The Lady Tigers hoping to do some real damage in this third inning. They are up now 2-0. Pop foul, left side, up and out over the third base dugout. And the count's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bottom of 3 for the Lady Tigers. Schrader looks in, the 2-2. Little pop-up on the infield. Third baseman over behind third baseman. And Tifo takes it and makes the out. There's 1 down. So a pop-out third base side. Shortstop actually made the catch. That makes Wright Frederick have to stay at second base. And the batter will be Haley Franson. Haley in game 1, 1 for 2, scored twice. Takes the first pitch strike, 0-1. Wright Frederick off the bag. Little stare down to the catcher, walks out to the pitcher's circle and hands it back to her pitcher. Second baseman came in behind, and Allie wasn't budging until they got it back in the pitcher's hands. 0-1 the count to Franson. A sharp ground ball. Larson looks back the runner at second, then fires a strike to first, and Franson is out. But Allie does go ahead and advance to third base. And that'll bring up Taylor Mall. Well, Taylor hit a hard shot to center field her first time up, but the center fielder truly hardly had to make a move in any direction, just like playing catch, but it was hit hard. See if she can hit another one, and she does, and she's going to score another one run for the Lady Tigers. Taylor Ball, a rifle into left field over the third baseman on the line, and Allie Wright Frederick comes in to score after the infield bunt single, and now it is a single from Taylor Ball that scores her on the RBI, and they'll have a courtesy runner come in for Taylor, as Aaron Hamill will come in to run at first base. And the batter is Hannah Ferguson. So 2 down, a runner at first. 3 runs in here in the third. Clay Center leads at 3-0. Ferguson from the right side, the pitch from Schrader. Well inside. And the count might be 2-0. First pitch I did not see. I was right in the 2 balls, no strikes. 2 away, a runner at first. Pitch to Ferguson to get up high. Now the count 3-0. Hamill running at first, courtesy runner for Taylor Mall, who hit that line drive single in the left, and now a strike called on the outside corner. Ferguson thought she was going to have the free pass, and the umpire made the strike call. 3-1. 2 away. Runner can go on contact with 2 down. And Ferguson gets the top of the softball and fouls it down into the dirt. And the count goes full 3-2. So now you can go with the pitch. Hamill at first, 2 down. Lady Tigers lead at 3-0 in the bottom of the third. And the pitch into Hannah. Line shot right at the shortstop. Hit it on the button, but Tifo was right there in the line of fire. So that's the final out. Lady Tigers, though, score 3 in their half of the third. We're headed to 4. Top of the fourth, Concordia coming to the plate. Clay Center leads at 3-0. Let's check in again with Flip Casper.
Thanks, Rock. Bottom of 2, and the Tigers are threatening. They have loaded the bases, 2 walks and a batter hit. And now the bases are loaded for Colden Wyke. There are 2 outs. Wyke now up in the count 1-0. Pitch to Wyke, in for strike 1. Dylan Moon on first, hit by the pitch. Kelby Wishman walked. Dylan Swihart walked. Swihart on third, Wishman on second. 1-1 pitch to Wyke. That's high. Count goes 2-1. So with 2 down, we're scoreless. Bases are loaded in the 2-1 count to Wyke in the bottom of the second. We'll keep it here through this bat. 2-1 pitch to Wyke on the way. A watch strike 2. So 2-2 now to Colden Wyke. 2 outs, bases loaded. Pitch on the way. That's fouled back. Out of play. So Waikiki stands back in. The Shard on the mound for the Panthers. Shaking off the signals, now gets one he likes. 2-2 pitch. Waikiki swings and misses, and Clay Center is going to strand 3 runners. After 2 complete, we're scoreless at Campbell Field. Let's take you back to Rocky Downey.
All right, Flip, we appreciate it. At some point, those Tigers are going to get that breakthrough hit to kind of maybe bust something open, but tough one there to close out that frame. Here, the Lady Tigers have 1 down, a pop out to Allie Wright-Frederick off the bat of Kelsey Kern, and now Allison Poor stands in. And the first pitch is up and outside from Taylor Mall. Megan Blake at third, first base Hannah Ferguson up the middle, Haley Franson at second, Allie Wright-Frederick the shortstop. Ball gets set to bring the 1-0 pitch with Clay Center up 3-0, and there's a pitch on the inside corner, 1-1. The outfield, Michaela Musselman in left field, Gabby Nelms playing in center field in place of Sam Carson, who went out after a diving attempt, kind of really bumped her around, and so she came out of the game, Nelms in, and then in right field is Emily Lineweber. Jerry Ann Holt behind the plate for Clay Center with Taylor Mall pitching, and the count's 2-1 on the second batter of the inning. Allison Poor, 1 down and nobody on. The 2-1. Just low, 3 balls and a strike. Taylor Mall will walk behind the circle and regather. And now makes her way back up and ready to pitch. Poor right-hander at the plate, waits the 3-1. Fouled left, out of play, and the count's full, 3-2. 1 down, nobody on. We're in the top of the 4th with Clay Center on top here, 3-0. Taylor Mall has done a great job of pitching around runners on base. She allowed a leadoff runner in the game in the first inning, had 2 runners on in the second. There's a pitch just off the plate, ball 4, and so now a runner at first base. So Concordia's had a runner on in every inning, 2 on in the second inning, and Taylor Mall has been able to work around it. That is her 3rd walk she's given up, though, in the game. So 1 on, 1 out, and the batter is Elena Hansen. Swing and a miss at the first offering, throw down to first. Runner is back in safely. Hansen singled back in the second. And one of those 2 runners stranded by the Lady Tiger defense. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Popped right side, up and out of play. Ferguson gives chase, but it's over and beyond the first base dugout of Concordia. Mentioned Tiger Golf today, Wakefield Golf. They were in their league meets like a lot of teams. League track and field meets are coming up this week, and regionals a week from Friday, May 19th. Here's the pitch in. Little looper towards second base. Franson has it, has to go to first for the sure out. It does. Ball was kind of a soft liner that fell between the pitcher's circle and Franson at second, and she patiently scooped it after it kind of squibbed in the dirt, picked it up, and easy play at first to Ferguson. There's 2 down. Runner does move to second base on the play. And Haley Budke, the batter. Ball delivers. Fouled straight back. Good cut. Good pitch by Ball, and it's 0-1. 2 outs, a runner at second. Clay Center up 3-0 in the top of the 4th. Concordia at the plate with the 2 down. And the pitch from Ball again. Popped up toward second base. Franson, tough play. Fires. It gets by Ferguson. A run will score for Concordia, and down to second base will go Budke. Much like the little soft liner that Franson fielded earlier on near the first base side of second base, this one was right up the middle. She fielded it cleanly, but knew she had to hurry the throw, and in doing so, it just pulled her wide on the throw over to Ferguson, and that allowed the runner at second to come around and score Poor, and then Budke advances to second base. There's a strike in there against Carly Barleen, who bats with 2 down and 1 run in for Concordia in the top of the 4th. 3-1 Lady Tiger lead. Here's the 0-1 from Ball. Up high. And the count's 1 ball, 1 strike. Bernie Fancella, our engineer on this Monday of Tiger baseball and softball. Senior night for both teams. Bill Casper over at Campbellville. We'll get you back there in a moment. If Taylor Ball and this Lady Tiger defense can shut this inning down, grounder toward the third base side. Ball will pick it, fire to first, and that does retire the side. We're headed to the bottom of 4. Concordia does scratch a run across. The Lady Tigers lead it 3-1. Here's Bill Casper.
All right, thanks, Rock. 2 down here in the top of the 3rd. Still scoreless. And Matt James stands at bat, full count. There's a grounder third base. Moon can't get to it. Cade Wallace throw to first is not going to be in time, as Wallace had to backhand that running to his right, as Moon just couldn't quite get to it, and then good throw by Wallace, but just not in time, and Matt James will beat it out. Will Rosen now pitching very, very well for the Tigers. He has 5 strikeouts, and that is the first hit he has given up. So Cole Larson will come in now with 2 down. We'll keep it here for just a minute. And going to second is Matt James. Pretty good throw by Wyatt Alexander to Cade Wallace, but James in safely. That was ball 1 to Larson. So Concordia now threatening with 2 outs. They've got a runner on second. Larson, we know, can hit it. And we're going to have a timeout on the field. So, Rocky, if we can keep it here through this batter, is Concordia trying to threaten with 2 outs, still scoreless. Top of 3, we'll see if Will Rosenau can get out of this. He's been very, very good through 2. Rosenau fires home, strike 1, and it's 1-1. Again, Rosenau just a freshman. Pretty good command of his pitches and a really good breaking ball. 1-1 pitch on the way. There was that breaking ball, misses low, and the count goes 2-1. So James is on second with a single. Larson struck out his first at bat. And now a 2-1 count. Rosenau shakes off one signal. Now he's ready. Fires home. Big curveball in for strike 2. So 2-2 count. Into Larson as Rosenau tries to work his way out of this. 2-2 pitch home. Breaking ball is fouled back. Another good breaking ball from Rosenau, but Larson able to get a piece of that to keep it alive. Rosenau back on the mound. Larson in. Rosenau looks back to second. Now he'll fire home 2-2. Misses. That gets away from Alexander and sends Larson down to third. So Larson's going to get to third. 2-2 count. Or rather, James is going to get to third. 2-2 count now on Larson. Two-two pitch on the way is driven back up the middle. And that is going to score Matt James. So Cole Larson with a base hit. And Concordia is on the board, 1-0. So 2 down, 1-0 Concordia lead. We're in the top of 3. Let's get you back to Rocky Downing.
All right, Flip, here it's top of the bottom of the 4th, I should say, and Michaela Musselman just rifles one into the gap in right center field, actually cut off by the right fielder, but it's going to score a run. Gabby Nelms had led the inning off with a single to right field and then was able to get to second base on a pass ball as Emily Lineweber was attempting to put down a sacrifice bunt. Lineweber eventually would pop out to the catcher. Musselman with the single to right, and the Lady Tigers answer the run picked up by Concordia in their half of the 4th, and it's 4-1. And now Janae Shivers stands in. Shivers in the leadoff position of the lineup after Sam Carson went out after the first half inning. Hadn't even been completed. She dove for a ball in the center field. There's a shot by Janae Shivers that'll get Musselman to second. If that ball was about 3 inches further to the right of the outfielder, that would have been a gapper, and Janae Shivers would have been running for a while, but she was able to cut it off and keep it just a single. But Shivers, line shot into center field for the single. Runners at first and second now. The third hit of the inning already. Wright Frederick pops one left side and out of play over the third base dugout. Stands that are pretty full here. A perfect day for high school baseball and softball. Here's a pitch in on 0-1 to Wright Frederick, and it's going to be fouled left side. Counts 0-2. Lady Tigers lead here in the fourth, 4-1. Tiger baseball down 1-0. The Panthers were still at the plate. We'll get a report in when this half frame goes final and get you back over to Campbell Field when we have that chance. Here's the 0-2 to Alley. Fly ball, deep center field. Hit pretty well. Center fielder back on her horse and an over-the-shoulder catch. Tough play. Right, Frederick gave it a ride, but the runners will have to stay at first and second. There's 2 down. And that'll bring up Megan Blake. Megan reached on an error in the first and then popped out to shortstop her last time up. She was 3 for 4 with a double, though, in the first game, in which she pitched the win, of course, in the circle. 4-1, pitch home to Blake, and it's up high, 1-0. Musselman down at second. Gabby Nelms led off the inning with a single, came around to score on the Musselman single, and then Janae Shivers at first base with a single of her own. Fly ball deep left. Megan Blake has put it up against the wall. 1 run in, 2 runs in, and a double for Blake. And now the Lady Tigers lead at 6-1. I had to pause as that clear fencing out there. I couldn't tell if it fell on the other side or this side of the fence, but it was just at the base of the wall. And Megan Blake gives it a ride to deep left and scores 2, and she stands at second now for Haley Franson. So Blake with her second double of the day. She had one back in the opening game as well. Now the pitch home to Franson, inside corner, strike 0-1. 2 runs across. Musselman and Shivers both scoring. Both had singled in this inning. Elms had singled. She scored. There's a fly ball deep left off the bat of Franson. This is going to get near the wall as well, and it's off the wall. Back-to-back doubles, and they exchange places at second base. Blake will score. Franson stands at second. She gave it a ride to deep left as well. So now runner at second with 4 runs in the inning, and the Lady Tigers have opened up a little bit here, a 7-1 lead. And it brings up Taylor Mall, who has hit the ball on the money both times. The first time was right at the center fielder. The next time up was a single that scored a run. She could slap another single somewhere. She would have another RBI to her credit because Franson can be off with contact. And there's a fly ball left field. Drifting back, and just got under it a little bit, did ball. But the Lady Tigers, a good inning. They score 4. We're headed to the 5th. Clay Center leads it here 7-1. Let's see what the Tiger baseball team is up to over at Campbell Field.
Well, they trail 1-0 now. They did get out of that inning as Nate Libby leads things off and strikes out for the Tigers. So Clay Center down 1-0. It was a Cole Larson single that drove home Matt James, and then striking out Billy Bichard. So 6 strikeouts for Will Rosenau. Evan Rosenau stands in. We'll keep it here for his at-bat. Evan playing first base for the second game in a row. He flew out his first at-bat. Watches a strike go by. Count goes 1-1. So Bichard pitching pretty well for Concordia. There's a off-speed pitch in for strike 2 as the count goes 1-2 to Evan Rosenau. Rosenau back in quickly. Pitch from Bichard is fouled straight back. And he stays alive with a count of 1-2. One out. We're in the bottom of the third. Clay Center trailing 1-0. Pitch 2, Rosenau off speed, misses low and away. Count goes 2-2. Two pitch. Big curveball, misses, and the count's full. Bouchard has walked 2, and he hit a batter. And now Rosenau with a 3-2 count. Pitch in low, and Evan Rosenau will take his base and a runner on. So Brigham Glaive coming up to bat. Tigers have a runner on, nobody out. Bottom of 3. Let's take you back to Rocky Downing.
Well, Phil, Janae Shivers just made a great running catch, running to her left from center field toward the right field, and there's one out here. With the Tigers threatening, though, Phil, I'd say go ahead and take it over there at Campbell Field.
All right, thanks, Rock. Brigham Glaive now steps in. The lefty, runner on first. There's a drive that's going to get into right field as Rosenau takes second in a real slow roller just in that gap between first and second. Dylan Reed just not able to get a glove on it. And a base hit for Glaive. So Tigers now with 2 on. Nobody out. We'll keep it right here as Wyatt Alexander steps in. 1 out, rather. And Alexander will step in. Wyatt grounded out his first at bat. Pitch from Bouchard is high. So Evan Rosenau on second. Brigham Glaive's on first. 1 out. Tigers trailing 1-0. Bottom of 3. Wyatt Alexander at the plate. Pitch to Alexander. That's high. Ball 2. So 2-0 count now to Alexander. Junior catcher. Very capable of getting some distance on the ball. There's a slow curve that misses low and away, and Bouchard's starting to show some frustration. And the count's 3-0. So Dylan Swihart on deck. Kelby Wishman would be after Swihart as Bouchard now walking around behind the mound, now comes back up. Alexander way ahead in the count at 3-0. Pitch in, low and in. That's ball 4. Wyatt Alexander will take his place, or take his base. So now bases loaded again.
Dylan Swihart the batter, so we wish him on deck.
And Dylan Swihart's going to get a chance, and Concordia coach is going to come out. So we may have a pitching change here. We'll see what they do with Bouchard. While we're doing this, let's check back in with Rocky Downing.
You bet, Flip. Here the Lady Tigers got a couple of quick outs on fly balls. Actually, 2 really nice plays. Janae Shivers at center and Michaela Musselman at left. Then a runner aboard, and now that runner's going to get down to second base. 2 outs, a runner at second. Lady Tigers lead it here 7-1. Flip, if they go to a pitching change, I'll call the last half of this remaining inning, but if not, we'll send it back over. The Tigers are threatening.
Yeah, they will not go to a pitching change, Rock. They're going to go ahead and stick with Bouchard with 1 out.
We'll send it to you then.
So 1 out, bases loaded. Thought they might make a pitching change after Bouchard gives up his 4th walk. And a base hit from Glaives. And now bases loaded with 1 out for Dylan Swihart. Swihart walked his first at bat. Pitch into Swihart. That's fouled back. Catcher may have a play on that, and he does, and that is out number 2. So Swihart, just a tough break. And that's going to leave it up to Kelby Wishman. So 2 down. Kelby Wishman walked his last at bat. Bases loaded, and the Tigers are down 1-0, bottom of 3. Pitch from Bouchard is going to miss. Nope, they'll call that a strike. Caught that outside corner. So a called strike 1. A 1 pitch to Wishman, low. Boy, good play by the catcher, as that was way down in the dirt, and the catcher just gave up his body to keep that in front of him. So a nice play by Brent Beaumont, the catcher for Concordia. That holds Rosen out third, and he was on his way. 1-1 count, fouled back. Good cut by Wishman. But fouled back, that's strike 2. 1-2 count now with 2 down, bases loaded. Tigers threatening again here in the bottom of the third. Shard shakes it off. Now he comes home. 1-2 pitch, slow roller. The third base gets through the third baseman into left field, and Glaze is going to try to score, and he does, and that plays 2 runs as Rosenau in. Glaze with some aggressive base running. He slides in safely in a slow roller that I thought was going to be an easy play to the third baseman, and apparently he did too, because it went right through his leg, easily scoring Rosenau, and then aggressive running by Brigham Glaze. So the Tigers have now gone up 2-1. So an error on the third baseman. And now Wyatt Alexander, who also was aggressive, made it to third. So runners on the corners. And Will Rosenau now up, and they will send Wishman down to second. So now runners at second and third. 2 down. The Tigers have gone up 2-1. We'll get you back to Rocky Downing after this inning as Will Rosenau stands in. 0-1 count. Strike 2. Rosenau swinging at a good pitch, and the count's 0-2. Pitch now to Rosenau. Big lead for Wishman. Swung on and missed. An off-speed pitch. So that's going to end the third inning, but not before Clay Center plays 2 runs. They've gone up 2-1, headed to the top of the fourth. Let's take you back to Clay Center Lady Tiger softball and Rocky Downing.
All right, Flip, good rally there for the Tigers to go up 2-1 now, and we'll get you back over with more from Phil Castro. Right now the Lady Tigers heading into their half of the fourth inning, or the fifth inning, I should say, with a 7-1 lead. It'll be Hannah Ferguson to lead things off, followed by Gabby Nelms and Emily Lineweber. Anyone reaches Michaela Musselman. And there is some changes for the Concordia defense. Carly Martin, who pitched game 1 for Concordia, is back on for the Panthers and will be in the circle to pitch. And then they've made some adjustments in the field. Head coach for Concordia talking with the home plate umpire to sort out where everybody is at right now, and we'll do the best we can to do the same as they get positioned. We do know Hannah Ferguson leads it off for the Lady Tigers here in the bottom of 5, 7-1 the lead. Pitch from Martin. In for a strike, it's 0-1. Lady Tigers with the doubleheader today, senior night, and they will play again Thursday and Friday in makeup games. Good shot from Ferguson to right field. Right fielder, they're able to drift back and just get to it, and there's one away. So Ferguson flies out to right. 1 down. Gabby Nelms up. Nelms in game 1, 2 for 3, had that inside the park homer, and she is 1 for 2 in this game. And scored a run earlier in this game as well. Takes a strike on the outside corner to start. It's 0-1. No balls and a strike. Martin back in pitching. She pitched game 1 for Concordia. Back on for the Panthers. Has an 0-1 count on Nelms, and now make it 1 ball, 1 strike. Bottom half of 5. Pitch home. Swing and a miss by Nelms. And the count goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Martin. And this one's up high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 down, nobody on. Clay Center leads it 7-1. Again, Tiger Baseball took a lead as well, 2-1. And we'll get you back over with Flip as soon as we can. Here's a pitch home to Gabby. Outside, count goes full, 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 1 down. Again, the base is empty. The pitch from Martin outside, ball 4. And Nelms is going to have herself back on base again. So Gabby on with the walk with 1 away. And that'll bring up Emily Lineweber. Tried to put down a couple of sacrifice bunts. Got the runner over. Now puts 1 down here and in for a strike. 0-1. With 2 strikes, she was swinging last time up and got the bat on the ball just underneath of it and popped it up behind the plate. That out was recorded. There's a good swing right back at the pitcher. Throw to second and safe there. Safe at first. So Lineweber aboard with a ground ball right back up the box and unable to make the play on a force out at second base. Nelms hustling in, sliding safely, and Lineweber down to first. So the Lady Tigers have runners at first and second base. And the batter will be Michaela Musselman, who is 1 for 1 this game, has scored twice. She walked and line drive to single her last time in. And fouls the first offering to her straight back. It's 0-1. Top of the order, Janae Shivers waits on deck. 0-1 pitch. And Michaela takes it down and away. Nelms trying to advance to third. The throw, and she is in safe under the tag. Gabby got a pretty darn good jump. The throw was bang, but she was well under the tag, being slapped down by the third baseman. And so Nelms into third. 0-2 pitch to Musselman. Fouled straight back. And so Michaela, if she can get one into the outfield grass, would give an insurance run for the Lady Tigers, who lead at 7-1. There's 1 down, runners at the corners. Pitch on the way home, way outside. And the count evens at 2 balls, 2 strikes. No, full count. It is a 3-ball, 2-strike count. No, 2-2. The umpire just changed it back. He called full. Now he's gone to everybody on the field and said it's actually 2-2 count. Ground ball to second base. They try for the tag of Lineweber, and they will be out at second. Safe at first. Run scores. So Nelms comes in to score. Lineweber is forced out at second base, and Musselman will reach on the fielder's choice and stands at first. And that brings up Janae Shivers, who is 1 for 2 this game. She singled her last time up, flies one right field and foul and unplayable. Counts 0-1. Shivers the batter, Wright Frederick on deck. Lady Tigers with an 8-1 lead now. Getting the run across here in the 5th. 0-1 pitch, I should say, to Shivers. Popped up on the infield with 2 down to the second baseman, and that will end the inning. The Lady Tigers get 1 more across. They're going to lead it 8-1 as we head to the 6th here. Tiger softball. Let's also head back over again to Campbell Field and Phil Casper.
All right, thanks, Rock. Dylan Reed with a single for the Concordia Panthers. 1 out, and now 2 outs after Tyler Stupka with a fly out to shortstop. So that's going to bring up Garrett Lawrence DHing. 2-1 Tiger lead. We're in the top of the 4th. Reed on first, 2 down. Rosenau's pitch apparently missed high. Both the home plate umpires have really liked that low area of the strike zone, and they've been very consistent with it. Now a throw down to first as Reed really starting to get some distance between himself and first baseman. Wyatt Alexander, quick throw down. Counts 2-0. Pitch from Rosenau, a high fly ball. Glaze is running over foul territory, and ball drops, and Glaves may have lost that in the sun. Now he's running to his right into the sun. Looked like he had a play on it, but ball drops foul, so count goes 2-1. Top of 4, Clay Center up 2-1. And now a runner on for Concordia, 2 down. Garrett Lawrence now with a 2-1 count. Pitch from Rosenau. That is driven into left field. Glaves with a diving catch and makes up for one slipping prior to that and the other one losing it in the sun. He makes the play for out number 3. Midway through the 4th, it's a 2-1 Tiger lead. Let's get you back to Rocky Downing.
All right, Flip, what a play to close that inning out here. The Lady Tigers lead it 8-1, and the leadoff batter in the frame for Concordia, Carly Martin, who, of course, just came back in that last inning to pitch. She pitched all of game 1. There's a swing and a miss. Pitch from Taylor Ball is evening the count now at 2 balls, 2 strikes. So leadoff hitter in the 6th, Clay Center up 8-1. Ball looks in and delivers the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. She struck out 2 straight back in the 1st. That is just her 2nd K since that time, but 4 strikeouts in the game and eliminates the leadoff hitter. And that will bring up Elena Hansen for Concordia. So 1 down, nobody on. Top half of the 6th. Ball rocks into motion and brings the pitch home. It's up high, 1-0. So 1 out on the strikeout. As Ball looks in. The 1-0. Ground ball, third base. Blake has it. Step and throw, and there's 2 down. So 2 quickly away here in the 6th. The strikeout and then the ground out right at Megan Blake, who had a chance to catch, step and throw right on the money to Hannah Ferguson at first. Lady Tiger infield also has Allie Wright-Frederick at shortstop, Haley Franson at second. The outfield, Michaela Musselman in left. Center field is Janae Shivers, and in right field, Emily Lineweber. Fly ball, left field. Musselman drifting back, and won't get to it overhead into second base. Will go Haley Budke, I should say, with a double and a runner aboard. Now with 2 down. So Concordia's scored just 1 run, but they've had a runner on in every inning. It's been 2 runners on in the 5th inning, but they've stranded all those runners but 1 that they were able to finally scratch one across in the 4th. Now a runner on with 2 down, second base on the double by Budke. And the batter is Cora Snavely. So Snavely will bat in the place of Carly Barleen. That 9-hole takes a ball in the first pitch. 2 down, runner at second. The 1-0 delivery coming from Taylor Ball. Ground ball sharply hit third base, and third base coach in the coaching box maybe didn't want to make a play on that, but he didn't have a choice. That ball was short hopped right at him. It did knock it down, kept it in front of him, so he squared it up pretty nicely. 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 down. Get a runner at second for Concordia. Here's the pitch from Ball. Ground ball, third base side. Backhanded nicely by Blake, but in foul territory. She threw a strike to first 2. Home plate umpire immediately on the call, though. It was a foul ball, but great play by Blake that will be for naught. But backhanded, stepped and threw a strike. Runner was going with the ball close to that third base line, but in foul territory. 1-2. 2 outs, 1-2 pitch on its way. Up high, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Get a runner at second base for Concordia. We'll check back in again with Flip over at Campbellfield, where Tiger baseball team trying to work a split of that doubleheader. It's been 2 really close games. There's a swing and a miss, strike 3, and that ends the inning as we head into the bottom of 6. Clay Center leads it 8-1. Again, let's head over to Phil Casper.
All right, thanks, Rock. Threatening again. Clay Center has a runner on as Dylan Moon took a walk, and now Colton Wyke with a 1-1 count stands in. Nobody out. Bottom of 4. Clay Center leading 2-1. Pitch to Wyke. That gets away from the catcher, right back into the infield. Went off his chest protector, apparently, into the infield, so easily into second is Dylan Moon. Now the count goes 2-1, I believe, to Wyke. Moon now on second. Clay Center trying to, as Rocky said, split this doubleheader. It may have went off the catcher's arm as he's having the coach look at his right arm. And Beaumont, a very good catcher, really gives it up, trying to keep that ball in front of him, and does for the most part. So 2-1 pitch now to Wyke. That is hit to shortstop, pretty well hit. Wyke's got a chance to beat it out, and it does. Gets by the first baseman. That's going to send Moon to third. Wyke will go easily into second. As Wyke with some wheels, and Cole Larson really had to rush that throw, and it was in the dirt to the first baseman for Concordia. So now Clay Center with runners on second, third, and back to the top of the order as Nate Libby comes in. Called strike one. And we'll check back in with Rocky Downing when we get a chance here, but Clay Center with a shot to plate some more runs here in the bottom of the fourth. Runners on second, third, nobody out. And Nate Libby stands in. 0-1 pitch is fouled back. Pretty good cut at it by Nate. Now the count 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch now from Bouchard to Libby. He watches that one go by low and away. Bouchard back out to the mound. 1-2 pitch to Libby. That's low and away. Counts 2-2. Nobody holding Wyke on. The infield playing on the grass. So Wyke is getting the lead about halfway down to third base. Pitch to Nate. Oh, he chases one up high, and it's going to be strike three to Nate Libby. So first out for the Tigers. Again, threatening here again in the bottom of four. That'll bring Evan Rosenau up. We'll check back in with Rocky in just a minute. Infield stays way in. Where Rosenau tries to check swing that first one, but did go around, and strike one. And Wyke just getting a huge lead off second base. They're just ignoring him right now. Middle infield is up on the grass. That gets by the catcher. That's going to score Dylan Moon. I'm not sure the catcher even knew that was through his glove. That ball went back to the backstop, and Beaumont still sitting there. I think he thought he had it. Moon easily scores. And Wyke was already halfway to third, so no problem there. So Rosenau now 1-1, and Clay Center's gone up 3-1. 1-1 pitch to Rosenau, swung on and missed. Now 1-2. Bouchard tries to look Wyke back to third, and Wyke holds his ground. Pitch to Rosenau, that's low and away. 2-2 count now on Evan Rosenau. Larson in now to confer with Bouchard. From shortstop, one out. Clay Center has a runner on third. Rosenau with a 2-2 count. Brigham Glaze on deck. Pitch to Rosenau, swung on and missed. That is strike three. So Brigham Glaze will come up. Glaze with a base knock, his last at bat. Two down. Pitch to Glaze is high. Ball one. Colton Wyke, one of the seniors for the Tigers here on senior night, stands on third. There's a base knock from Brigham Glaze out into right field. That will easily score Wyke. And Clay Center has gone up 4-1. So Brigham Glaves, back-to-back base hits, and that is going to bring up Wyatt Alexander with 2 down. Alexander walked his last at-bat, and he is overdue today. Clay Center has gone up 4-1 here in the bottom of the 4th. They lost that first one 2-1. Concordia scoring 2 runs in the top of the 7th. Pitch to Alexander. Glaves is going to go to second. That's hit straight up in the air out into center field. Right fielder over into right center to make the play for out number 3. But not before Clay Center plates 2 runs. They're up 4-1 or complete, headed to the top of the 5th. Let's take you back to Rocky Downing.
All right, Flip, thanks. Good run there by the Tigers to stretch that lead a little bit here. The Clay Center Lady Tigers have stretched the lead to 9-1 now. They have runners at first and second. Allie Wright-Frederick had a good at-bat to lead it off. Just kind of kept staying alive in the inning and then eventually would walk to lead it off. She has come around to score on a Megan Blake gapper to left center, which scored her from second base. And now a walk also given up to Haley Franson. So runners at first and second. Concordia with another visit to the circle. 9-1 Lady Tigers lead. Let's take a 30-second Tiger timeout. Back in a moment.
Save the date for the Central Valley Ag RD Innovation Series. 3 locations to see the agronomic state-of-the-art.
You're going to get to look at the newest genetics for 2018.
Central Valley Ag's agronomy R&D manager, Mike Zwingman, says in one spot you'll find the best ways to impact your bottom line.
We're going to have the best technology that we have to offer at Central Valley Ag.
August 3rd in Bellwood, Nebraska. August 8th in Cuba, Kansas. August 10th in Randolph, Nebraska. Save the date for the Central Valley Ag RD Innovation Series near you.
9-1 here. The Lady Tigers with the lead. Tiger baseball opening up their game 4-1. And we'll get you back over to Phil in a moment. Right now, the Lady Tigers have runners at first and second. Nobody out. 1 run in the bottom of 6, and they lead it by 8. Ball, grounder back up the middle. Pitcher has it, turns and spins late to third. She made a look towards second, then realized as she whirled toward first that third was the force out. It was right back at her, but the indecision allows Blake to hustle and slide in safely to third ahead of the force out. Now the bases are full with nobody out, and Aaron Hamill is going to come up and bat for the Lady Tigers here in the 6th. Also, Taylor Mall, the pitcher, they'll have a courtesy runner come in for her over at first base. And Hamill will be the batter. Coach Don Richter talking with the home plate umpire to sort out the scorecard so that all is aligned properly. So a sure out turned into a bases-loaded jam for Concordia defensively as the ground ball right back to Bart, the pitcher. And just an indecision, kind of looked one way, then back the other, then realized where she wanted to go, and by the time she decided to throw it, Blake had beaten her with the slide into third. So bases full, nobody out. Hamill the batter. The first pitch is low and inside, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes, nobody out. Bases are full. Pitch home in the dirt. Ball 2, 2-0. Obviously nowhere to put the runners with the bases jammed. Lady Tigers in the bottom of 6 lead at 9-1. Base hit, might score 2 and could end the game. There's a pitch up high, ball 3. Now nowhere to put Aaron Hamill, as mentioned. It's 3-0. And Martin looks back in. Infield in at the short and second and the corners. There's a pitch across for a strike on the outside corner, and it's 3-1 now. Still nobody down in the bottom of 6. Clay Center leads at 9-1. There's a ground ball shortstop. They throw home for the force, and they get it. Then back to third. It gets by. There's going to be 1 run in. Lady Tigers go up 10-1. They're going to try to score the winning run. Here's a throw to the plate, and it gets by the catcher. And scoring the winning run for the Lady Tigers is going to be Lexi Livey, who had come in to courtesy run for Taylor Ball, and that will end the ball game. The Lady Tigers get it done here. 11-1 is your final. Clay Center with the win, and they sweep the doubleheader against Concordia in the NCKL game here at home. They go on the road to Wamego this week, and they also have Rock Creek in a matchup before they head into regionals next week. Lady Tigers win it. Game 2, 11-1. Let's send you back over to Phil Casper.
All right, thanks, Rock. Here, 1 out for the Panthers. Strike 2 now to Jacob Williams. Liza with a fly out to the first baseman, Evan Rosenau. Full count pitch on the way. That's driven into left center field. Diving catch again by Brigham Glaive. And Brigham Glaive has been all over the place out in left field. That's the third time he's left his feet and made the catch. So a diving catch for Glaives and out number 2. Clay Center up 4-1, top of the 5th. That brings up Matt James. First pitch in for strike 1. Top of 5, Tigers up 4-1, 2 down. A 1 pitch misses. 1-1. Will Rosenau, freshman, has pitched very, very well for the Tigers as he misses for ball 2. Got 6 strikeouts. He's walked 1, hit 1, and given up just 2 hits. There's one driven right back at the pitcher, over to his brother at first base, and that is out, number 3. Midway through 5, Clay Center up 4-1 over the Panthers. We'll take a timeout. Bring you back after these.
You're a farmer. You're good at making things grow. Good news is, so are we. United Bank and Trust has the financial stability to help keep you afloat throughout all farming seasons. You see, just like the family farm, we've been around for generations, and we're built on a foundation of agriculture. Turn to the seasoned professionals that you can trust your farm with. At United Bank and Trust, they'll make sure you're able to operate at full capacity. United Bank and Trust, banking for your way of life. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
As a family-owned independent business, our agronomists at CS Precision Ag understand what it takes to make your operation successful. From various soil mapping and variable rate prescriptions to pre-season crop planning and weekly crop scouting reports, our agronomists tailor fit each package to fit your particular farm. We are accepting new customers for 2017 throughout north central Kansas and south central Nebraska. Contact us today at 785-630-0596 or visit us online at csprecisionag.com.
Headed to the bottom of the 5th, Clay Center up 4-1, pitching change for Concordia. Dylan Reed goes to the mound.
Thank you.
Just switch places with Billy Bouchard. Bouchard will go to second. Reed goes to the mound. Coming up for Clay Center, Dylan Swihart, Kelby Wishman, and Will Rosenau. Swihart has walked and flown out. Last at bat, popped one straight back to the catcher. Again, first game, Tigers lost 2-1. Really a good pitcher's battle between Cole Larson and Cade Wallace. Wallace hit his pitch count in the top of the 7th, and Concordia able to plate a couple of runs, and Billy Bouchard, pretty hard thrower. Dylan Reed, probably not quite as hard as the other two. He misses with his first, ball 1. So Clay Center will have to get used to a little different speed of the pitcher. Reed misses in the same place, ball 2. So Dylan Reed starts a little bit out of control. And now down 2-0. Pitch to Swihart, in for strike 1. Swihart DH this game, just a sophomore. Misses inside, counts 3-1. We get a chance here, we'll look at Tiger baseball seniors that were recognized between games. There's a drive down the first base line that's going to go foul. Swihart able just to get a bat on that to stay alive. It did go foul, so Count stays full. Bottom of 5, Clay Center's up 4-1. Nobody out, nobody on. 3-2 pitch to Swihart. That's swung on foul back, and that's one I think Dylan would like to have back. Three-two pitch, a curveball freezes Swihart, and a watched strike 3. Pretty gutsy pitch and a pretty good pitch from Reed. Brings up Kelby Wishman. He's walked and got on by an error. There's a high fly ball. Reed calling everybody off and makes the catch for out number 2. So Wishman goes after the first pitch and flies out to the pitcher. So Will Rosenau comes up, the freshman pitching a great game for the Tigers. Rosenau struck out both his at-bats, now fouls one straight back. Both umpires really identical strike zones. And they've stuck with it, and they've been consistent both ways. That went in low, ball 1. So the count 1-1 to Rosenau with 2 down. Pitch to Will. That's driven down to the shortstop, across second base, over to first, and that's out number 3. 5 complete. Clay Center up 4-1, headed to the 6th when we come back.
TSI Kansas is currently hiring qualified over-the-road drivers. Our drivers drive quality equipment while receiving top pay and benefits, along with the home time they need and deserve. The staff at TSI Kansas are dedicated to providing our drivers with the tools that they need to be successful. If you're looking for a rewarding career with a friendly and experienced company, call TSI Kansas at 785-632-5183 and see how we can exceed your expectations.
If you use standard diesel fuel, you should know that switching to Cenex Premium Diesel can make a powerful difference in your trucks and farm equipment. Cenex Premium Diesel is specially formulated to optimize performance. It's proven to deliver more power and up to 5% better fuel economy. Plus, it contains a special additive formulated for the demands of today's modern engine to help reduce downtime and maintenance.
Five complete here at Campbell Field. Clay Center up 4-1. Will Rosenau on the mound for the Tigers. 8 strikeouts, 1 walk. 8 strikeouts, 2 walks. He's just given up 2 hits in this game. He has hit 1 batter. So Rosenau, pretty good outing. Actually, 6 strikeouts for Will. In for strike 1, Cole Larson, the batter. One as that one goes in low. Count goes 2-1. That one low, gets away from Wyatt Alexander. Top of 6, Clay Center up 4-1. They dropped the first one, 2-1, scoreless through 6 innings. Good pitcher's duel between Cole Larson and Cade Wallace. 2-1 count now to Larson from Rosenau. That one misses low and out. 3-1 now to Larson. Pitch from Rosenau is low, and Larson will take his base. That's just the second walk that Rosenau has given up. So Billy Bouchard now playing second. He started pitching this game. He'll step in. A huge lead by Larson, and he did this last time he was on base, and really showing Rosenau very little respect. Pitch to Bouchard. Curveball misses. Throw down from Wyatt Alexander, and Rosenau in front of the base, can't get the tag on. Larson is way off of first base. Pitch to Bouchard, low.
Second, go!
And now Bouchard, or rather Larson, goes to second as Alexander couldn't quite get a handle on the ball, and Larson easily into second base. He's going to do the same thing on second. He'll take a huge lead, and now Rosenau hits Bouchard. And Bouchard will take first base. So now runners on first and second, nobody out. Brent Beaumont, the catcher, will step in. Really about the first time Rosenau's been in trouble today. There comes home, and that gets away from Alexander. And Rosenau, not real sure what he was doing with that pitch. He really hesitated before he came home, and I think threw everybody out of rhythm. So now both runners advance. Dylan Moon over quickly to Rosenau as Rosenau just a little rattled. 1-0 pitch now. Swung on, fouled. Beaumont's been hit by a pitch and flown out. 1-1. Pitch on the way. Misses out. And the count goes 2-1. Pitch in low. 3-1. So now Beaumont with a 3-1 count. Nobody out. Runners on second and third. Probably won't be swinging. Doesn't. And that's ball 4. And now Coach Andy Bent will come out and have a word with Will Rosenau. 4-1, bases loaded. We're in the top of the 6th. Nobody out when we come back.
At Oldie Seed, our Know to Grow research program gives you first-hand knowledge of the performance characteristics of each hybrid and variety we offer. We use that knowledge to help you select from the latest traits that include Extend, Enlist, Liberty Link, and Roundup Ready 2. When it comes to selecting your hybrids and varieties this season, count on your Oldie Seed representative. They have the latest trait technologies backed by a solid research program. At Oldie Seed, we have your back.
So Coach Andy Bent comes out, gets the pitch count on Rosenau, chooses to leave him in. Bases loaded, nobody out, and Dylan Reed comes up. Middle infield plays back. Strike 1 from Rosenau. Corners play up. Reed singled his last at bat right up the middle. Pitch to Reed. That is driven out into left field between third and short. That'll plate 1. And Bouchard will hold on third. Nearly gets picked off by Dylan Moon. Good heads-up play by Moon, but a single by Dylan Reed gets 1 across. now runners at the corner, and now there will be a pitching change. 4-2 now. Clay Center leading, top of 6 when we come back.
Is your growing business outgrowing its internet? No matter what type of business you run, you need internet speeds that work as hard as you do. Twin Valley Pulse offers 100 megabits per second and gig internet plans to keep your business growing. Twin Valley local support and expertise are other benefits to guide your technology planning. Don't let your business fall behind your competitors with slow internet. Call Twin Valley at 800-515-3311 to get down to business. Service availability and internet speeds will depend on location. Call for complete details.
Stocking the shelves with the products customers need and want is a constant goal at Ray's Apple Market. Some of the newest items are the organic and gluten-free items, which now number well over 400 different products at Ray's Apple Market.
Here at Ray's, it is our passion to give you, our customer, a pleasant, time-saving shopping experience while providing exceptional products at value prices with uncommon customer service. Thank you from our family to yours. Shop small, shop local.
This is Steve McMahon with Central Office Service and Supply. We give you the best of both worlds, a full-service retail store and a powerful e-commerce website with pricing and selection that compares with national chains. Do your shopping anytime, day or night, and we will deliver your order nearly anywhere within a 60-mile radius of Clay Center. Furniture is our specialty. We help with measuring, design, delivery, and setup at remarkably low prices. Shop centralofficesupply.com or call us for that personal touch.
When you've been diagnosed with sleep apnea, your first therapy option is typically some form of positive airway pressure medical device. Whether it's a CPAP or BiPAP unit, you'll find them at Patterson Health Mart Pharmacy. A full-time respiratory therapist is also available for questions or to help with your needs. They offer a complete line of durable medical equipment to assist and aid in your well-being. Most insurance carriers will be billed for you. Just bring in your prescription to Patterson Health Mart Pharmacy and Radio Shack.
This is Ryan Gearhand from Wilbur Ellis Reed Seed and Feed with your agronomy report. As you look out over your wheat fields, they may look great now, but don't think you are guaranteed a bumper crop when the current conditions are so favorable for rust. Let Wilbur Ellis Reed Seed and Feed help protect your wheat with a timely application of wheat fungicide. Take another look at your wheat fields. There's no reason to jeopardize your yield potential when the fungicide will more than pay for itself with an increased yield. Come see us at Wilbur Ellis Reed Seed and Feed.
Well, pitching change for the Tigers. Wyatt Alexander will go to the mound. Cade Wallace now behind the plate. Will Rosenau, who threw very well, will go to short. So nobody out. Bases are loaded. Tyler Stupka steps up. He's struck out, flown out. And Alexander sends his first pitch home. Misses out. Ball one. There's a drive. That's going to go the same place Reeds did, in between third and short. Concordia is going to try to, thought they were going to try to score two. Billy Bouchard gets across for Concordia. Courtesy runner for Brent Beaumont holds at third. And Tyler Stuka's on with a single, so Concordia gets another one across the plate. And that'll bring up Garrett Lawrence. Kyle Bliss is the courtesy runner for Beaumont. Alexander misses low and away, ball one. Lawrence has flown out both times. Flies again, maybe a play for Glaves. No, that'll be out of play, so count will go to 1-1. Bases loaded. Concordia's got within one. Nobody out. Top of six. Pitch from Alexander. That is driven into left field. Glaves over the head of Glaves into the wall. That'll score another one and tie the game. Runners did hold, as Glaves did have a play on that. But Concordia has tied it. So Blake Leisler now steps in. Pitch to Leisler, misses outside, and Alexander really putting some heat on that ball. 1-0 pitch from Alexander. Misses in. 2-0. Pitch in, strike one. Leisler steps back in. 2-1 pitch on the way. High. Count goes 3-1. Bases loaded, nobody out, and we're tied in the top of the sixth. Pitch from Alexander, misses outside, and that's ball four. So Jacob Williams will step up. He's flown out both times, once to right, once to left. Pitch to Williams, in for strike one. Alexander misses high, counts 1-1. Concordia's taken the lead, 5-4. Ball outside, 2-1. Two-one pitch in, fouled back, strike two. Two-two pitch from Alexander. That is hit high into center field. Weinke up, makes the catch, throw home. Runners coming. They've got to play, but unable to get Stupka at the plate. So a sacrifice fly from Williams scores Stupka and advances Lawrence and Leisler. A good play by Weinke that pulled Cade Wallace out of the batter's box and unable to make a play. So one out. Concordia plates another. And back to the top of the order. Matt James now steps in. That's outside, and that is ball two. So count 2-0. It's in strike one as James watches one go by. 2-1 count. Pitch from Alexander. That is driven into left center field, and that is going to go to the wall, and that'll score two. And they will hold James at second. So a stand-up double. Scores two more for the Panthers. And they have now gone up 8-4. And that is going to bring Cole Larson up for the second time this inning. Larson started things off with a walk last time. There's strike one to Larson. Strike two, that's fouled as James was headed to third, but that's fouled back by Larson. So count now 1-2 with one out. Alexander pitch inside. Ball 1. One out, runner on second. Concordia has plated 7 runs this inning. Alexander will step back off as James getting a pretty big lead. Now he'll come home. Misses just outside. Two count now. Pitch into Larson. That is hit high. First baseman over to make a play is Rosenau. Makes a play in between first and second, and that is out number 2. So Billy Bouchard will come up. Two down, 1 on. Concordia has taken an 8-4 lead in the top of the 6th. Now nobody on, and now they got to play at third. Runner is in there, and he's going to be safe. And they may get an overruling on this because he slid through the tag and through the base, and they got him the second time. And they should have had him the second time at third base. He should be out. Coach Andy Bent really has an argument. We'll see what they do with this as the umpires discuss it. James slid under the tag. He did beat it, and that's a ridiculous call because he slid through the tag, and they had him the second time, and they do call him safe. And that is a bad call. But regardless, he will be safe at third. So back to the batter and Billy Bouchard. Bouchard fouls one back. One count now to Bouchard. Pitch in high. Two one count. Pitch in, that misses away. Count will go 3-1. Alexander's 3-1 pitch swung on and missed. And the count's full. Three-two pitch. That is driven past the shortstop into left field. And that'll score Larson. So Billy Bouchard with a 2-out single, and Concordia gets one more across. And they've gone up 9-4. And Coach Andy Bent is going to come out and talk with Wyatt, and he's going to make a pitching change. 9-4, 2 outs, top of the 6th when we come back.
Save the date for the Central Valley Ag RD Innovation Series. 3 locations to see the agronomic state-of-the-art.
You have to look at the newest genetics for 2018.
Central Valley Ag's Agronomy R&D Manager, Mike Zwingman, says in one spot you'll find the best ways to impact your bottom line.
We're going to have the best technology that we have to offer at Central Valley Ag.
August 3rd in Bellwood, Nebraska. August 8th in Cuba, Kansas. August 10th in Randolph, Nebraska. Save the date for the Central Valley Ag RD Innovation Series near you.
Whether you're buying, building, remodeling, or refinancing, your home is a major investment in your life. At United Bank and Trust, we understand how important it is to work with someone who cares. Our loan officers have the experience it takes to make the process a smooth one. Come in for a visit or start online by filling out a loan application at ubankonline.com in as little as 20 minutes. Mortgage lending with United Bank and Trust. It's banking for your way of life. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
As a family-owned independent business, our agronomists at CS Precision Ag understand what it takes to make your operation successful. From Veris soil mapping and variable rate prescriptions to pre-season crop planning and weekly crop scouting reports, our agronomists tailor-fit each package to fit your particular farm. We are accepting new customers for 2017 throughout north central Kansas and south central Nebraska. Contact us today at 785-630-0596 or visit us online at csprecisionag.com.
TSI Kansas and Clay Center is your diesel repair facility that can meet all your diesel truck repair needs. From brakes, oil services, clutch repairs, tires, and more, we can keep your equipment on the road. TSI Kansas has an extensive parts network and the experience you need to get the job done right and at a fair price. Call TSI Kansas at 785-632-5183 and ask about our current specials.
Colden Weike in to pitch for the Tigers. Down in the count 1-0 to Brent Beaumont. Levi Fitzenmeyer into center field. Hard drive to third base. Moon over to first. And that ends Concordia's run. They played 8 runs in the top of the 6th, and they now lead 9-4. Midway through the 6th, Clay Center trailing 9-4 when we come back.
Buy 4 qualifying tires during the Mastercraft Spring Promotion now through May 31st, and you'll get tires to help master the road. Plus, receive up to a $60 Mastercraft Visa prepaid card by mail. Visit your local Farmers Cooperative Tire branch for complete rebate offer details. Master the road with Mastercraft Tires. Stop by the Farmers Cooperative today or online at fctires.com.
Farmers Cooperative. At Oldie Seed, our Know to Grow research program gives you first-hand knowledge of the performance characteristics of each hybrid and variety we offer. We use that knowledge to help you select from the latest traits that include Extend, Enlist, Liberty Link, and Roundup Ready 2. When it comes to selecting your hybrids and varieties this season, count on your Oldie Seed representative. They have the latest trait technologies backed by a solid research program. At Oldie Seed, we have your back.
Well, headed into the top of the 6th, Clay Center led 4-1 over Concordia. Now they're half of the 6th, and they trail 9-4. Concordia with 8 runs in the top of the 6th. So a tough inning for the Tigers, and they're going to have a lot of ground to make up. They'll start out with Dylan Moon at the plate, Colden Weike on deck. Dylan Reed still on the mound for the Panthers. He came in that 5th inning. So bottom of 6th, Clay Center now down 9-4. Clay Center Lady Tigers softball with a sweep over the Panthers. Tigers here lose game 1, 2-1. And Dylan Moon steps in. Pitch from Reed on the way, low. Zero in that first game through 6 innings, and top of 7. Concordia got 2 across. Moon watches strike 1 go by, counts 1-1. Clay Center threatened in the bottom of the 7th. They got 1 across, but that was the best they could do. They left 1 stranded and lose 2-1. 1-1 pitch to Moon. That is driven into right field. That's going to drop in fair for a base hit. Dylan Moon gets it started for the Tigers. So that'll bring up Colden Weike, who's now pitching for the Tigers. Moon, not a huge lead off first, but he's got some speed. That pitch low and out. Ball 1. It's senior night here at Campbell Field. Colton Wyke, one of those seniors. At the plate, ball 2. Zach Belt, Jonathan Ludwig, Brendan Fitzmeyer, Cade Wallace, Kelby Wishman, and Colton Wyke, your Tiger seniors that were honored between games. Two-0 count to Wyke. Moon holds it first. In high, counts 3-0. Wyke back in quickly. Moon's only about 5 or 6 feet off of first base. That's low, and Wyke will take his base. So back to the top of the order. Nate Leiby will try to make something happen for the Tigers. Pitch to Leiby, swung on and missed. A 1 pitch to Leiby. Inside, ball 1. Runners on first and second. Pitch home. That's hit well by Leiby, but right field has a beat on it, makes the catch, and he's going to hold both runners. So Leiby hit that pretty good, but both runners kind of froze in no man's land, and a good play by the right fielder. Out number 1, that's going to bring up Evan Rosenau. Pitch to Rosenau, strike 1. Reed's pitch misses out. Ball 1. Count goes to 1-1 with 1 out. Wyke on first, Moon on second. Tigers trail by 5. Bottom of 6. And Reed's going to look Moon back as Moon got a little further off than he wanted him to. Shortstop will now come over. Now he'll walk away. Pitch inside, ball 2. And really not holding Moon on. Now Bouchard will walk over towards second, get him a little tighter. There's a drive into center field, but right at the center field is Rosenau, and that can advance either runner as center fielder playing just in the right spot for out number 2. Brings up Brigham Glaves. First pitch into Glaves in the dirt for ball 1. It's swung on and missed. 1-1 count. One pitch from Reed. He's going to go back to the shortstop trying to pick Moon off, and then nearly got away from Larson. Moon back in plenty of time. Count still 1-1. Pitch home from Reed is low, and Moon's going to go to third, and they're going to get him. Stealing third, and that's going to end the inning. Headed to the 7th. Clay Center down 9-4 when we come back.
Replacing your roof is a major investment. You want it done right the first time with an excellent warranty for any work that might be needed later. The professionals at Geisler Roofing and Home Improvement have gone that extra mile with more in-depth training earning additional certification. Tyson Ramirez has Hague Residential Certification, and Tyler Hassenbank has both Hague Commercial and Residential Certification.
This is Dallas Hassenbank, and Geisler Roofing and Home Improvement has you covered with more than 37 years experience.
One company, one call, your call. Twin Valley.
Got the latest and greatest device in your house? Now get the fastest. Your cool new devices deserve Twin Valley Pulse Gig Internet, the fastest available. It has the incredible speed you'll need for maximum enjoyment when multiple people are streaming, gaming, and more. Call for details to see if Twin Valley Pulse Gig Internet is available where you live. It's 800-515-3311 to sign up and speed up.
Well, the Tigers threaten. They put 2 on, but leave 2 stranded, and Dylan Moon gets thrown out trying to steal third with 2 down to end the inning. So Clay Center now in the top of the 7th. Colden Weike on the mound, and Dylan Reed will start things off for the Panthers. Concordia with 8 runs in that 6th inning. Weike now will try to shut them down and get the Tigers back at the plate. Pitch to Reed, hard grounder to third base. Moon makes the play over to first, and that's out number 1. And a good play by Moon and a great scoop by Evan Rosenau. That throw a little down in the dirt, but Rosenau, no problem picking it up, so that's out number 1. So Tyler Stupka will come up. He singled in that rally. Big curveball by Weike in for strike 1. Pitch in the dirt from Weike, ball 1. Weike's 1-1 pitch. That's low. Count goes 2-1. Pitch, grounder to second base. Play made up and down, throw to first. Out number 2. Good play by Wishman. And that's going to bring up Garrett Lawrence. Lawrence a DH. He's singled in that rally for Concordia. And now a drive into left center field, and that could be gone, and it is. And that was well struck by Lawrence. So Concordia has gone up 10-4 on that shot from Lawrence, a solo homer with 2 outs. So Blake Leiser will step in, watch his strike 1 go by. There's a drive foul by Leisler. He really turned on that one. Well hit ball, but well foul. So 0-2 count to Blake Leisler. Weike with 2 outs, nobody on. Top of 7. Pitch from Weike inside. 1-2. Pitch on the way. Big curveball inside, and Leisler watches it go by, and that's strike 3. Midway through 7, Tigers, last chance. They trail 10-4 when we come back.
Graduation time is here. Have you placed your order yet for a decorated cake and party trays? If not, come to the deli department at Ray's Apple Market, where your choices include veggie trays, meat and cheese trays, sandwiches, even Hickory Pit barbecue.
Here at Ray's, it is our passion to give you, our customer, a pleasant, time-saving shopping experience while providing exceptional products at value prices with uncommon customer service. Thank you from our family to yours. Shop small, shop local.
Are you in the market for a new house? Do you need a more reliable set of wheels to get you around town? Or do you just need some extra cash for an unexpected bill? Whatever the case may be, Union State Bank is here to help. We have competitive rates on a variety of different loan options suited to meet your needs. Don't hesitate. Call or stop in and visit with one of our loan officers that you know and can trust today. This is Brandy Crimmins with Union State Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Well, the Clay Center Tigers led most of the way in this game. They led 4-1 going into the 6th inning, and Concordia just exploded. 8 runs in that inning, and then a solo homer by Garrett Lawrence, top of 7, and we're in the bottom of the 7th, and the Tigers are in a hole. They trail 10-4. Brigham Glaze will start things off. First pitch swung on and missed. Dylan Reed has pitched pretty well in relief. A 1 pitch to Glaze is down in the dirt, ball 1. Glaze back in. 1-1 pitch from Reed. High and out. Ball 2. Two 1 pitch is low. And Glaze has gone up in the count 3-1. Glaze back in. Reed set. 3-1 pitch on the way, low, and Glaze is going to head to first. So Levi Fitzenmeyer now batting in for Wyatt Alexander. First pitch in for a strike is Glaze with a pretty big lead and made the break, but not there, just trying to get Reed's attention. Makes the break again, and he's got the attention of the catcher. That's in for ball 1. One pitch from Reed that is driven into left field by Fitzenmeyer, long ways out off the wall. And now Glaze is going to dig for third, slides in, and he's going to get thrown out. Fitzenmeyer will go safely into second, but Glaze trying for third and gets thrown out. So Fitzenmeyer with a pretty good hit. So now Reed looking Fitzenmeyer back in. Clay Center with 1 out as Glaze aggressively running the bases. Fitzenmeyer, big lead, not really being held on. Now pitch comes home. There's a slow roller to short. Fitzenmeyer will dig for third, play to first. Runner's going to be out. At first, that's Dylan Swihart. Fitzenmeyer does get to third. But that's 2 outs. So brings up Kelby Wishman. Pitch 2, Wishman, swung on and missed. So an 0-1 pitch to Wishman. Fitzenmeyer on third. Now they'll throw over to third, and I think they're going to, nope, they call him safe. I thought they were going to call him out, but I don't think the third baseman ever really had control of the ball. That's Stuka, and I think he dropped it. Or they might have called him out. Fitzenmeyer with a big lead, but I don't think Stuka ever really had a handle on that ball. Pretty good move by Reed. Fitzenmeyer, an aggressive base runner, and he's got some wheels. Pitch home inside. That's ball 2. So 2-1 count to Wishman. 2 down, runner on third. Clay Center trailing 10-4. Pitch in, that's going to be fouled over around first base. And the count goes 1-2. So Wishman with the 1-2 count. 2 down. Pitch from Reed. That's going to be fouled back. Count stays 1-2. Wishman's walked, reached on an error, and flown out. Pitch in, that's fouled back. Wishman staying alive. Reed and Wishman, a pretty good battle here. Clay Center trailing 10-4, bottom of 7. 1-2, that's a called strike 3, and that is going to end the game. Clay Center falls 10-4 in Game 2. Game 1, they lose 2-1, a 0-0 game until the top of the 7th, and Concordia plates 2. Clay Center plates 1 in the bottom of the 7th. They lose 2-1. They fall in Game 2 10-4. They led 4-1 before Concordia had an 8-run 6th inning and blew it open. And Concordia wins it 10-4. They sweep the doubleheader from the Tigers. And you heard earlier from Rocky Downing, Clay Center Lady Tigers sweep their doubleheader against the Lady Panthers. That's going to wrap up our coverage of Clay Center Lady Tiger softball, Clay Center baseball. For Rocky Downing, for our studio engineer, Bernie Fansella, KCOY Sports, I'm Phil Casper.